what do we have here? A fully custom exhaust that I'm gonna make for the MR2. So what I have done here was order 2 resonators, order a flex, order a 3-inch V-band, 290s, and 2 nice little exhaust tips. Everything is stainless steel, so I ordered a sheet of stainless steel, and I even ordered stainless steel rods to make the hangers. So once this is all said and done, pretty much I'll get like a aluminum welding rod that it's easy to bend. That way I can bend it to make the hanger. So what I'm going to do for the hanger is I'm going to use the old mount as a template, and obviously trace it out, drill the holes, and cut 2 of them out because it has one on this side, one on this side. I cut out the ugly screen off the bottom already and took off the factory exhaust that was crappy. Now I just got to finish taking the rest of it off and make all this look good and measure everything perfect. That way I can put it on. Let's get to the process. Pretty nice stainless steel, man. I mean, $35 from Amazon for some exhaust tips, and they are pretty freaking nice, all stainless. I mean, I can't believe they sell this for 35 bucks for 2. That's impressive. So now that I got these welded, I ended up welding the flange onto this one too. So one thing you want to do with these exhaust flexes, make sure you weld the perfect smooth edge from the engine side coming through. If you weld it wrong, you can see that lip right there. A lot of people make that mistake. They weld this wrong. So you want the flow to come from the engine this way. If you put this towards the engine that way, what happens is the heat bends this and it warps and goes inside of it, and then it restricts the flow, and all this will be all jammed up. So make sure this is corrected. Engine this way so it flows out smoothly and exits where it has to go. Now I got the collector all welded in. I got the 2 resonators in. I got the tips welded on. I do not have these welded on yet because I want to make sure everything lines up perfect, and if it's got to come in more or out, because I measured exactly to this bumper. So I got to make sure that I have the exact amount going in or out, vice versa on both sides, so I can line this perfect. So now I'm going to hold it up with some jack stands and line everything up so it fits exactly how I want it. But man, it's looking nice. Definitely happy the way it's coming out. I really like this. It's going to be so clean on here instead of that ugly little tips that it had. And I mean, this thing droned a lot with the factory exhaust. I cut that shit off. I put the right side tip that was here, I cut it, I just welded it there to drive it for a few days until I did all this, until all my parts came in. That shit actually stopped all the droning, which is crazy because this thing vibrated like crazy with the factory exhaust. A ton of droning. I did not like it. Now it actually sounds good. It's drivable. Shit. I could only imagine what it's going to sound like with this exhaust. I'm going to put it on for now. I'm going to make a new adapter from the V-band to the stock size exhaust, which is like 1 7/8 inches or something. And the reason I'm doing it that way is when I case swap this, then I could just change the adapter on the other end to a V-band, a 3-inch V-band, which should be no problem at all. So now that I drew this out with the old mount, like I said previous, what you want to do with this first is drill the holes first, since it's a big plate and it'll be easier to do that. If you cut these out first and then try to drill them, it's going to be a pain in the butt. So drill all the holes first and then cut the lines out, and you'll have both templates. Now the spacers are nice and cut. I got to reinstall the exhaust, hold it up with the jack stands, get a welding rod to shape the hangers how they're going to be on here. Once I shape them with a welding rod, then I can shape them with these stainless rods and weld them in to place from here and weld them to the exhaust. And now it's still tacked together, but you get the idea. Made the hangers. They're only tacked. I'm going to take it apart so I could TIG weld it nice clearance on the tips, both sides identical. I mean, man, it looks so good, so clean. 2 resonators. I can't wait to hear what this thing's gonna sound like. 4-inch tips, 3-inch exhaust, 3-inch resonators. That's the final result. Let's get this welded up and completed. This is what she looks like all out of the car. So it completely bolts onto the factory mounting points. I'm gonna change the oil in the car while I have it out. Got that part all welded into the car too. So now the V-band clamps onto that. Gotta finish welding all these on the hangers and on the hanger itself. So I'm gonna TIG weld everything nice. I still gotta finish TIG welding all of these from the resonator to the tips. But overall, that's a really good looking exhaust. After I TIG weld it and install it on the car, we'll do a sound video, see what it sounds like, and go from there. It's officially all welded together with the factory mounting points. Time to put it on the car. Now that the exhaust is done, we're moving on to putting S2000 seats inside of the MR2. What we did was order seat rails for MR2 custom seats. We cut the seatbelt portion off because it has a seat on the seatbelt. Cut all the original brackets, mounting points, and we're gonna weld this seat on top of the seat rail. So it's a perfect fit into the MR2 using the actual OEM bolts. I'm gonna weld this onto here and then install in the car, see how it looks. Got the first seat welded in place in the bracket. Make it fit like OEM. That way it bolts into the MR2 and it's not all crooked and stuff like that. That's the goal here, to make sure it fits the way it's designed, in and out. No problems at all. That's what we want. Just like that, it bolts right in like factory. Man, it actually fits really good using the factory mounting locations. She's in there, doesn't move at all. And best part about it is you have adjustment back and forth like an OEM seat. So what I'm gonna do with this car is have these recovered in a nice sand white color. That way it looks better with all the blue interior and some nice white bucket seats, but not pure white, like a sand darker white. I think that's gonna look really good. But overall, plenty of clearance here in the roof. Now I just gotta sit inside them and see how comfortable they are. Now that we're in the car, let's see how the adjustability is. Holy crap, the shortest person could drive this thing at this point. And you go all the way back. Tons of headroom, that's a good thing. So yeah, I mean, damn, that actually sits better than the original seats. I like this a lot. Just like that, we got both S2000 seats in the MR2 with the factory bolts. They go back and forth. Everything works good. Man, it's gonna look so nice, especially once these get wrapped in white. That way it's set off a two-tone white with blue. It's gonna look really good. Now we're gonna do a sound clip of it without the exhaust. Now we're gonna do a sound clip with the exhaust on. Highway doing 82 miles an hour, and there's no real drone sound or anything, but it does have its loud moments. So if I let off the throttle, I mean, it gets pretty loud off the throttle. On the throttle it gets quieter the faster you go. So when I get around 90 miles an hour or so, I mean, the car gets pretty quiet, which